And there we go. We're back. All right. Welcome back to Las Vegas. Tag team is about to begin. It gets good. All right. We're going to go with Ring 2, where we're about to see Mark Reines and James Torres take on Seth Clendenning and Alec Martinez. Ring 2. Correct. Alec and Seth, yes.
Sorry, I changed your angle because
Yeah, do what works. It's okay. Ring 1 is also getting rolling. There's some Florida in Ring 1.
hang on. Before we start.
Quick announcement.
Each back corner here has a camera shooting at the ring. So if you're standing in front of those back corners, just be aware that you might be on camera. We'd rather see the fight than your back.
Solid. Tis always good advice. That's a camera. That's a camera. All right. Ring 1 is underway a couple minutes earlier. Ring 2 is going to be a lot easier to see and track. We can go to 1 for a second here. In Ring 1 right here, currently it's Seth Beam and Jason Knight versus Christopher Besserell and Jared Graham. Besserell is Spider-Man on the right. And we've got Seth Beam being all tall on the left-hand side. Automatic switch of fighters when there's a simultaneous. Jason Knight comes in on the left for the blue team, and Jared Maximum Effort Graham for the red. Captain Rex versus Deadpool. Ring director. All right. Ring director EJ has an amazing saber. Right on. And yeah. And we can switch back to Ring 2 in a moment. Looks like they're getting ready to go. Oh, my bad. There you go. I get you. Yeah, they look like they were about to. That's my fault. Right. So we'll stay in Ring 1 for a minute here. Fair enough. There's moments when you think something might have happened, and you got to take a second to be sure. There we go.
Finish on these.
Okay. Point blue. So Seth Beam takes that one. And now, all right. No, we're good. There we go. And now, moving the action over to Ring 2.
Ready? All right. Judges, you have already saluted each
Yeah,
other.
James Torres in the All Might armor.
All right, start. Ready?
And beginning for the other team is Seth Clendenning.
Oh! It's going to be a simultaneous. That mandatory switch. All right. Ready? Fight!
Oh.
Oh! Blue? This time red. Okay. One strike from blue. Blue point. Right to the top of the hand.
I didn't realize
Ready?
Switch
Hey.
corners on.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That is the better angle.
All right.
It's okay.
Oh!
Wait. Did they switch the order?
3 judges agree. Red point.
And
Ready?
And what's there?
Hey.
Okay. Wait a second now.
Oh!
What do I have here?
All right, 3 judges agree. That is blue point right before red. Blue. Ready?
Have we changed the order? Or is this... I'm losing. Oh, I see. Mark, we got James Torres out there now. I got myself
Not
a
turn
little backward.
That is 2 judges agree. Red
All
stripe
right.
for blue.
We got supporters on the stream. Excellent.
Red point.
Glad you're here, you guys.
Hold on. There you go.
All right.
All right. You can tag
This
out
brings
after I
Alec
play.
Martinez in.
Hit. Hey. Oh.
We're just adjusting a
All
little
judges
bit.
agree. Blue point. Ready? Fight.
There we go.
Oh. All judges
Good view
agree.
of that
Blue point.
slash to the shin for the blue team.
Hit. Fight.
Tagging.
Tag.
Here comes Mark Reines. It's Alec Martinez. That whole thing could move a little. Yeah,
Oh.
we're losing Alec off the side.
All judges agree. Blue point to the back of the head. Point blue. That is
Can
fine.
we
Don't switch
rotate the whole
sides.
thing a little?
Hold on.
Is that
You
better?
don't switch sides? All right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Mandatory switch of fighters.
Okay.
You can choose to stay in, but you lose a point.
No, we switched on any cameras.
5 points if they switch sides.
They switch fighters. It's in the new rules that I just read.
Okay.
So you have to
There we
switch
go.
fighters. You can immediately tag.
Oh, you got a different. Okay.
All right. Fourth fighter.
I was going to say this camera is the one that needs to move slightly, but it's okay.
Okay. All right.
It's really close on that side, so I
All
understand.
right. Mandatory switch of fighters at 5 points. If you want to tag out immediately, you can.
Go to the other one, Greg.
Ready?
Yeah, let's see what's going on in ring 1 with all that noise. Sudden death. This will be Christopher Besserell and Jason Knight. They are at sudden death over here. Burning through the points, moving them very fast in ring 1. We'll be back to ring 2 in a couple minutes here, guys. There's some discussion about the rules.
Mark, chill.
It's a mandatory switch of fighters because of the disarm?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, tag team rules involve a lot of situations where you need to reset in the form of having the other fighter come out. We should probably go back to ring 2, right?
Oh, yes.
It's okay. So, check this out, how this is framed. It's just, is there a way to, that's what I'm talking about.
It's not going to get much better.
Yeah, it's very close on that right side. That's a lot better, though. There you go, that works. So,
I got you.
okay.
Oh!
So currently 8 points to the blue team,
Premature
4 points to the
hold
red
on
team.
suet strike. No point awarded. Premature.
Can I ask you to
Hit.
just very slightly. Thank you.
Right.
The red team being
Oh!
Mark Reines and James Torres. They have 4 points currently.
Persistence
The
paid
blue
off.
team,
Red. Red got in right
Seth
in there.
Clendenning and
Red point.
Alec
Red.
Martinez.
Right.
Do I need to read the rules? champion, should I have all the rules memorized? Oops. I didn't know about that mandatory disarm mandatory thing. That sounds made up, but it probably is.
Looked to me like Mark Reines got in there. Line judge.
But nothing's
So
happening right
we'll
now.
safety hold.
Yeah, line one, there's nothing going on. There's a discussion going on.
Okay.
A little bit of a conference.
No, that was fine.
So line judge Chris Wynn had wondered if there was a safety issue with that hit.
Touch that ended up looking like a thrust to the abdomen. Nail it.
Turned into a thrust to the abdomen.
That is red point.
That'll be red points. So the score becomes 6-8. Reines and Torres. A 6. Seth Clendenning comes across,
That is point blue. Win it.
bringing it to 6-9.
Oh.
He's got the speed. As a result, he's moving kind of hard.
Right before blue.
Sitting kind of red before blue.
Red point.
9-7.
Win it. Right.
Very good.
Oh.
The question's going to be whether Mark Reines made contact
That is blue point.
before. Blue takes it. There it is. So this initial match in this pool goes to Seth Clendenning and Alec Martinez. Very tough match, ending 10-7 against Mark Reines and James Torres. Next up is Ryan McKenna and Vince Del Vecchio as a team against, I'm blanking on Clint O'Brien's first name. It's Clint. And it's Seth Legault, I believe. If your name isn't Seth or James, then it's probably Clint in this group. In Ring 1, still quite a big conference. In fact, media team lead and reigning tag team champion David Loudenslegger is over there helping everybody hash it out, along with no fewer than 2 directors. So yeah, it's excitement, it's chaos, it's creativity, it's a little bit weird and wild, and it's tag team, and we are here for it. Welcome again, the Saber Legion's TSL 6, brought to you by Electrum Sabercrafts here at the Flamingo Hotel, Casino, and Event Center in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, where the current outdoor temperature is 111 degrees. Feels like 113, even though the humidity is 10% with a dew point of 41. There is an excessive heat warning, so if you want to get a sense of how it feels, if you have an electric oven, not a gas one, you just stick your face in there after it's preheated for a couple minutes. Gas one, don't even think about it. All right. Honestly, it's not worth it. And where you live, it's probably pretty hot as well. So let's not worry about weather. It's beautifully air-conditioned in here. Really kind of a light jacket kind of situation. They do keep it cranked. So we have 2 rings running, and at this moment, we have 2 conversations, 2 conferences, 2 debates. Actually, ring 2, we're not really arguing about anything. Group ready. Judges are tying the red armbands on Clint O'Brien and fighter whose first name I should know, Legault. I'm gotta say, Ryan Legault, thank you so much. Right on. Yeah, Clint is awesome, that's a fact. Thanks again for the chat, setting me straight. Yeah, Ryan is another of the folks who just, you know, I don't know that I've seen Ryan. He hasn't been in Ring 1 or 2 that I've been watching through the standard stuff. He's probably just fighting tomorrow in standards, is what it is. So this is my first exposure. And I don't think he filled out the form. I'm never going to stop talking about form. And next year's is going to be much the same. Not going to be longer, not going to be more questions. People will never answer it if I do that. But
They're like, yeah, they'll wait till I take you back. I'm like, good, because then I
Ryan
can
Legault. Let me just triple check to see if he filled the thing out. I don't want to bust him for it if it's actually completed. Out of 70 odd fighters, we did get, I think, 58 responses. So it's a smaller group. It just doesn't give me anything to work with. But among the questions we made sure to ask was, hey, is there anything special about how to pronounce your name? How to talk about you. Do you have stuff you're here to do specifically? Special interests, cool stories, as well as just who the heck are you? So it's helpful. Nice. Oh, yeah, it was a whole questionnaire thing. We started about 3 weeks ago. We asked the fighters for stuff. Looks like we're just about ready to get rocking. On the right side of your screen, Ryan and Vince Del Vio are ready to go patiently. Sort of observing the whole conference happening in Ring 1. Ring director Tiffany Hagan is ready to take over here in Ring 2. As soon as
everybody else is in deliberation, and I'm not just going to walk in.
Clint O'Brien and Ryan Legault. So 2 Ryans out of 4 fighters.
Yes, the next rule up.
Very good. Well, we promised thrills, spills, and nonstop action, and what we've got is complicated rules with a lot to talk about, and fighters just kind of waiting to figure out what's going on in Ring 1. Meanwhile, in Ring 2, we're pretty much ready to rock. Let me just chat real quick with the ring director.
I don't know what's going on. I'm not getting in the middle of it. I don't know what's going on either.
Because the rules just cover that.
I can't think of a reason we shouldn't get started here, right? Are we?
I need one more line judge, and the person who is finding me a line judge.
Clint is Phil.
Clint got wrapped up.
Oh, I understand. Okay. Thank you for that.
I like to kind
It's a good update. All right. I think that means we're going to be ready to get moving in Ring 2 here. Ring director Tiffany Hagan was just telling me they need a line judge to round out their group of 4 line judges.
No, I know. That's, yeah, okay. All right.
It wasn't 100% clear before, so we're going to wash that, and we're going to stay with the same fighters that were currently in the ring, and we're going to do that exchange one more time.
All right, they got it figured out. There's a clarification of a rule that was not clear.
So you can just watch the sudden death.
Okay, so it's sudden death in Ring 1. When sudden death has been called, you're not allowed to ring out and try to change fighters. All right. I'm planning to switch back to Ring 2 if they actually start fighting there, but all that being said, we're going to just get this last point done in Ring 1. So we got Jason Knight on the right, we got Christopher Besserell on the left, and those are the fighters. We're going to have this final exchange. We're being careful about it.
Red is in that corner. You guys are red. And I don't know who these people are. Blue corner.
There you go.
Okay, good. No, it's okay.
Seth Beam and Jason Knight, the blue team.
Okay.
Let's see, where are the armbands?
Red, blue, and where you're supposed to be, because I missed that memo.
Yes, that's correct. All right.
All right.
We are ready to rock. 2.
But do it anyway. Every time. Fighters against each other.
Here we go. In ring 2.
So, blue fighters, red fighters, select yours first. Play.
First fighter
Table, are you ready?
for the team, Ryan Legault and Clint O'Brien. Ryan Legault coming from the left side of your screen. On the right side of your screen, that would be
Hold.
Mark Reines. No, wait a second. That's correct, Mark Reines, yeah.
I agree with the 3 judges.
No, I'm in the wrong.
First.
That's
Blue
Ryan
point.
McKenna.
Fighters
Sorry.
ready.
Ryan McKenna with his partner, Vince Del Vecchio. I was looking ahead to the next.
Hold.
Good on point.
Agree. Red point. And honor. Red point. Fighters
Honor,
ready.
1 each.
Fight.
I can angle this just very slightly. I can glance at it from where I'm sitting.
Hold.
So,
Judges
1 to
and I
1.
agree. Red point on the arm. Red point. Fighters ready.
All right.
Fight.
That makes it 2-1 for the O'Brien Legault team, ahead by 1.
I'm going to greet these 2 judges. Red tagged first. Red point.
Red
Fighters
tagged
ready.
first. Ryan McKenna was very
Fight.
close.
Switch.
All right, where am I at?
Hold. Judges and I agree. Red man is to score first. Red point. Fighters ready. Fight.
Yep, we're on this. We might have a better angle. Let's do it. All right, that's a tag. That's official.
Fighters ready.
Yeah, this angle's good. All right. Here comes Vince Del Vecchio.
Hold.
Right up to Clint
I agree with
O'Brien's
these 2
dome.
judges. Blue man is to score on the arm. Blue point.
Got it on the arm. Bringing the score to 4 to 2.
Fight. Hold. I agree with these 3 judges. Red point on the arm.
Little
red
adjustment
point.
to the
5
camera.
points,
Look
switch
good. Now you can see us. Oh yeah. I'm just messing with the stream. Switching corners. 5 points for the Reds. 2 points for the blue team.
I did.
Coming down off the left side of the screen, just a little bit off.
You got a different angle.
Something.
All right, fighters ready.
If I adjust.
Fight.
Nope. That's not the one that's live. I did not.
Hold. I agree with 3 judges. Let's score on the shoulder first. Red point. Please return to your corner.
Sure.
Fighters ready. Fight.
All right. We got 6-2, or 2-6, I should say, now that the blue team is in the foreground. That's still Vecchio and McKenna.
Hold. All judges in agreement that red did actually make contact. Red point.
2-7.
Fighters ready?
Yeah, this
Fight.
tag team, it's even more difficult to sort of suss out your opponent and find a rhythm and everything.
Hold.
But Ryan McKenna is definitely working at it.
I'm going to go with this judge. Simultaneous to this match.
This is the match, no point counts.
Yes, mandatory switch.
Simultaneous means a switch. Vince Del Vecchio comes in for the blue team.
Fighters
And
ready?
there is Ryan
Fight.
Legault for the red.
Hold. Honor and judges. Blue made contact. Blue point.
Honor point, nice job. Del
Fighters
Vecchio
ready.
brings it to 3 to 7. The blue team still has a hill to climb, but if they can gain a little momentum, they'll make their job a little easier.
Hold.
2 good shots, 1 high, 1 low. The question's going to be,
I'm going with these 2 judges and honor red point.
yeah, red was a little faster, the shot to the leg, so that brings it to
Also,
3-8.
please check your power. Fighters ready.
Good reminder from
Fight.
ring director Tiffany Hagan to check your power. It's not about hitting hard. If these were actual laser swords, the slightest touch will burn you, take your leg right off.
1 minute.
There's no mechanical force need to cause damage, in theory, if this was
Judges,
real.
honor and I also. Blue man to score on the arm. Blue point.
There we go,
Fighters ready.
4-8.
Fight.
Vince Del Vecchio trying not to be in the same place for too long.
I agree with these 3 judges. Simultaneous mandatory switch.
That would be the second simultaneous of the match. Mandatory switch.
Fight.
That brings in Ryan McKenna, and that brings in Clint O'Brien.
3 judges are in agreement. Blue man's to score first. Blue point. Fighters ready.
Okay, I'm hearing there's a little lag on YouTube, so I'm guessing the audio and the video aren't matching up well. I'm sorry about that.
Yes,
Everything
I agree
appears
with
okay
blue.
on our side, so
Blue
we'll just
score in the pin first. Blue point.
blue point there. So 6-8. This
Fighters
match
ready?
just became a lot closer than it was a few
Fight.
minutes ago. They're given an opportunity to switch, and they're going to take it. Ryan McKenna has a chance to just rest, collect himself.
30 seconds.
30 seconds on the clock. Was the blue team in there?
I'm going to go. with
Judges
all 4
didn't see that.
judges. Red man is to score by hair first. Red
So
point.
6-9,
Match
which brings
point.
it to match
Fighters ready.
point
Fight.
for the red team of Legault and Ryan. 4 more
Hold.
fights in this pool.
Judges and I agree. Red point. Red takes this match.
There you go. So that second match goes to the red team. Oh, yeah. Seeing people with the maps, easier to tell. The Legault O'Brien team is coming right back in. They get a 1-minute water break. They'll be fighting
Yes. I just wanted to check.
Mark Grandis, James Torres.
We're gonna click good.
Move right down with.
Maddens and Torres. Martinez and McKenna Vecchio on the pit. 1 minute break. Oh wait, did you write everything else?
I'm hearing beeps. What does that mean? Oh, that's your timer? That's okay. Good job, good match. It's true. So next up is going to be Legault and O'Brien against Rhinus and Torres. And that will be halfway through this pool
Do you want to direct?
of 4 tag teams. Each group fights every group one time.
No, that I didn't see it at.
But it's a bit more complex than when you
Yeah,
have
I didn't see it at
the
all.
Rhinus Torres
I would have
team
just anyway.
has 3 fights. Right.
No, Luz has next, or him. I just know I can do one after this. Alec, I figured
Yeah.
we kind of rotate.
And then Martinez team has 3 fights.
So I figured we rotate the 3. So
Very good, very good. Yeah, each group has
So nobody has
3
to do back-to-back.
every group fights every other group.
If you have them, like.
So you get this round robin
No,
kind
I
of
just,
action
like,
going on.
Like people don't like fighting back to back. This was directed.
Okay, our red team for this match is going to be Mark Rhinus and James Torres. So Ryan Legault and Seth O'Brien are going to be the blue this time.
I ended up with 3. No. I figured if we ever needed to flip a coin. But I ended up with 3 of them because somehow I had 2 and Josh gave me another. Yeah, I missed that memo.
Okay. Yes, he's good. Okay, they're just about to get rolling here. We've got fans of these guys in the chat, so I want to make sure they got plenty to watch. Representing the red team, Mark Reines getting a quick hug from Ryan Legalt, who is now going to attempt. That's basically TSL in a nutshell right there. Yep. Ring director Clint Darby says, keep hitting, keep going. You might have thought you hit something, but it was fingertips and it doesn't count. Ah, there is the classic leg boop. That's a blue point. That's a Ryan Legalt. So 0-1 at this stage. Blue point, 0-2. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh. Red point, 1-2. Reines is really pushing forward and making Ryan Legalt come up with a defense quickly. First simultaneous to the match, we switch fighters. That brings in James Torres on the left, and it brings in Clint O'Brien on the right. Red point, that ties it at 2 apiece. Blue point, 3-2. Our blue team is Clint O'Brien and Ryan Legalt. Fight director's bringing in the line judges to have a talk about what they saw, when they saw it, and how things happened. He's going to take that information into account and make a call. 2-3 currently, with the blue team ahead. Now it's 4-2. Tag, and Mark Reines comes in and he is charging. We've seen him do it before, and I think he's going to do it again. Again, that is custom-made armor. Completely legal move, just aggressive as heck. Yeah, if you do it safely, you can keep doing it. So Clint O'Brien was in there, right under James Torres's. Swap corners, not swap fighters, because it's 5 points. Score 5-2 in favor of blue, so I'm going to start saying 2-5. No, it is 5-2. The blue team is on the left side of your screen. Moving on. Mandatory switch. Was that another blue point, or did red make the counter quickly enough? A little bit of talking needs to happen. Most of the judges saw red. The line judge on my side saw blue, and I've got a suspicion that director Clint Darby may have seen blue as well. But if there is agreement about what happened in what order from people who had different points of view. All right. In this case, it was clearer to more people that red got the point. So that brings it to 5-3. Oh, there you go. Wow. Ryan the Galt definitely put a lot of work into that one. Mark Reines was mostly ready. He countered very well. If Red gets this point.
Question point because of the valid target. The record sold a saber cut. Point goes to red.
Point goes to Red. 5-4. This match just got a lot closer. The clock still has more than a minute, about a minute 16 at this point. Blue point, so 6-4. The Legalt O'Brien team is to widen that lead, but it's going to be tough. Reines and Torres are going to make them work for it. No points deducted, but there's a mandatory switch of fighters for another simultaneous. So Clint O'Brien and Mark Reines is back in, having just tagged James Torres. There's a blue point, 7-4. Another simultaneous, just going to have to switch again. Score remains 7-4. So that's Legalt and that's Torres. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that blue saber was hanging in space. Ryan Legalt barely had a little bit of the pommel, and that gave him the ability to lever it around. 8-4 is our score. And if the judges are correct, it's about to go 9-4. There it is, 9-4. Match point for blue. Some tagging going on. Mark Reines comes back in, and he's been hitting the leg. Giving the point to blue. There you go. Very good fight. So 10-4 the match goes to. All right. That goes to the blue team, Ryan Legalt and Clint O'Brien. Next match is going to bring back a couple of tag teams we saw as of 1 and 2 fights ago. The Seth Clendenning, Alec Martinez team has not yet faced the Ryan McKenna and Vince Vecchio team, and that is what's here in Ring 2. Those fighters appear to be very ready. You see the Vecchio putting on his gloves. Martinez is hanging out, just ready to put on his mask. And then Seth Clendenning putting on his last glove, which means Ryan McKenna is the only one we need. And he is right here, yeah, setting up a GoPro of his own. We got all our judges.
My match up next.
Ring director Alonso Santa Cruz.
McKenna and Del Vecchio. And on deck,
Luis Santa Cruz, pardon me. Wrong Santa Cruz, brother. He's reminding people where they need to be. Clint O'Brien not fighting this one, so he'll be back. He needs to get out of the ring right now. We're keeping it light, though. There's this, you're probably seeing a lot more smiling, a lot more joking. We're talking about tag team. That sort of just underlines the community aspect of the sport. It's competitive, yeah. It's also collaborative, and it's also just fun. And tag team is one of the places where that spirit really comes out a lot. All right, this is match 4 of this round. Looks like Seth Denning and Alec Martinez are going to be I can't tell by where they're standing which they're going to be, red or blue. So we're just going to hold off on that. Yeah, tag team pools will be finished, and then we will go to tag team single elimination after that, and that will determine who's going to be in our tag team finals, which takes place on, I want to say tomorrow night, yeah? Yeah, tag team is tomorrow morning, or I should say. Tag team finals. Yeah, tomorrow finals day. Tomorrow, Saturday, is going to be the Masters 50 and up final, the women's final, the tag team matches. Each of these will be 2 matches for the championship and then for the bronze. So our blue team is Ryan McKenna and Vince Delvecchio. McKenna is out. Red team is Seth Clendenning, who is out fighting currently, and his partner, Alec Martinez. Fighters kind of circling, trying to get each other's measure a little bit.
Oh! Okay. I will agree with my 2 judges right over here. Red got that in right before blue.
It'll be a red hit, so Seth Denning got in right before and McKenna. So at this moment,
Split position is going to be simultaneous versus match. Split.
for simultaneous match. So Vince Delvecchio comes in for the blue team. Alec Martinez is in for the red team. Good.
Oh! All right.
Judges are pretty well split.
Opposing view from me. Blue fighter did get that strike right before red. It's going to be blue point.
Blue
Fighters
point,
ready.
1-1.
Fight. Oh!
Alec charged in there well.
All right. 3 judges agree. Red got that in.
And
slash
got
red.
it. So that is
Ready.
1-2.
Red point. Fight.
So this is a great example of Vince Delvecchio making sure he understands exactly is involved. Alec Martinez has literally written a book on saber fighting, and he's being a little cautious with Vince because he doesn't know that he's not going to get hit.
Okay. There's going to be blue strike to the chest. Right before blue, red. Got in that little slice on the back of the hand. Point, blue.
So 2-2. Well done. Delvecchio was toe-to-toe. And now he's going to face Seth Clendenning for the red team, who's aggressive, who's controlled, an immovable object sometimes.
Okay.
Got a stinger to the arm. That's not an armored area for Vince.
Illegal spots. Red did make contact to a legal scoreable target. That's going to be red point.
All right, so that goes to the red team. So it's 2-3.
Right.
Yeah, Vince hit, but it was fingers, and therefore.
Find the point. Okay. All right. Good order from red. Fighting point. Win it.
Oh, there's a blue point.
Fight.
Honor. Was that a blue point or a red point? You said red?
Right.
Okay,
Two
I'm sorry.
judges agree. Red
So
got
2-4.
that point. Red point. Huh? 2-4.
Seems like there was also confusion about.
5 points. Fighters.
Right, so it's 2-5. Switch sides, not switching fighters. The fist bump train in the middle. Man, ring one is making some noise. Good stuff happening over there. Oh my goodness. Good stuff happening right here as well. Look at the just directness, the emphasis on that strike from Seth Clendenning. 6-2, the currently stands. The team is and McKenna. Did he get in there? Seems that he did.
All judges agree. Blue got that strike to the back of the hand. Point blue.
Point blue making it 6. And Thing is worried that McKenna might have got his number a little bit, so he's going to put his partner, Alec Martinez, in to try and finesse this, and it looks like it worked. Did Ryan connect first? He might have. If thrust to the abdomen is what the line judge is saying, oh, which would be.
That strike was above the ribs. That is a legal score.
Strike was above the ribs,
Not the abdomen.
says the
Point blue.
director, and so it counts. So the point goes to blue, making it 6-4. So good work from Ryan McKenna there, connecting with the ribs of the red fighter, Alec Martinez.
Oh!
That was a little confusing as well.
Be simultaneous, second of the match.
They're simultaneous, so we switch our fighters out. Vince Delvecchio comes in for Team Blue. Seth Clendenning comes in for Team Red. This is going to be an interesting arrangement. Judges are not.
Judges agree. Blue point on the call of final exchange.
Blue point. Final exchange has been called. It is.
Red takes the match.
Oh, final exchange was called. So 6-5. The red team is taking that match. That was close. That was exciting. That got tense toward the end. The Ryan McKenna and Vince Delvecchio team is going to be in on the next. And they're going to have, they'll be facing Mark Rennes and James Torres, who will be coming back in after a little bit of a break. McKenna and Delvecchio get about a 1-minute water break if they need it. Time is 5:17, something like that. Use. So good. See if I know what I'm doing with this. Nope, that's not the one. That is absolutely not the view I'm looking for. That view works. It's not ideal, but it works. Into middle and left. That's what I got. Yeah, that's good. That's what's teed up. We've been on 2 most of this time, so I just wanted a little different angle just to see what's up. So in the far corner, looks like the red armbands are going on Mark Rennes and James Torres. James Torres is going to be out first. That means the blue armbands will be needed for Ryan McKenna and Vince Delvecchio. And they are, in fact, doing a quick water break. McKenna's coming back on now. Ring director Clint Darby looks like he's back on duty.
I messaged Gavin to say, hey, how's Garen doing? He's like, so far, so good. I'm like, okay. I'll check in after this.
No, new ring
Make sure
director.
you're still
Nope,
doing
that's
good.
line director Nathan
But I think
Pumphrey.
somebody just did 300 points.
Tiffany Hagan is going to stay in as director for this
That's the secret
for this
you.
match. Coming off the line into the center.
Yeah, that player has a plus 13 weapon.
That is a small black dragon on her. If she turns around and comes back, it's her stage side, so I don't know if you can see it, but there's there. I'm gonna have to hear it. That's 1 minute break. Need our fighters in here.
Red fighter. Blue fighter.
Ryan McKenna answering the call, ready to go for Team Blue. Vince Del Vecchio grabbing his mask. He'll be ready to stand by.
What do you do being the fourth line judge?
There he is.
Yep.
Yeah, tag teams is exciting. That's a good word for it.
Guys, I
There's
have fourth line judges.
the stakes are high.
Fighters, please
There's
acknowledge
drama,
each
I
other.
think, built in the whole thing about having two teams of two. You've got all these combinations,
Fighters, you ready?
and you might find that you're
Fight.
well equipped to handle the opponent across from you, or you might find you want to tag your partner and get them involved.
I agree with these two to score first. Blue point.
Blue point first.
Fight.
So Ryan McKenna gets that one. I'm going to switch to this other angle. Might be a little easier to see what's going on.
Red court to the arm first. Red point.
Point red, so 1-1.
Fighters ready. Fight. Hold.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with this judge. Simultaneous match mandatory switch.
So, all right. That brings in James Torres, and that brings in Vince Del Vecchio.
Hold. I agree with these three judges. Blue to the chin. Blue point. Fighters
So
ready.
Vince got in there
Fight.
on James Torres. Got him to the chin, the bottom of his mask. Absolutely a legal target.
Hold.
Absolutely 100% a legal place to hit somebody.
I actually agree with these two judges. Red managed to score on the side first. Red point.
So 2-2 is where that puts us.
Fight. Hold.
That's
Three. Red
excellent.
point first. Red point.
That's good control from Vince Del Vecchio.
No, it's not red point. Blue scored to the mask first. Blue point. That was blue
So
point.
blue points. So that 2-3.
Fight. Tag.
Brings Mark Reines in.
Hold.
And I think Vince Del Vecchio was able to.
Two judges are in agreement. It is blue's point.
There you go.
Fighters ready.
2-4.
Fight. Hold.
That looked a little messy.
Three
Very
judges are in
simultaneous.
agreement. Red scored first. Please remember your power.
Giving it to red.
Okay, thank you. Fighters ready. Fight.
So it is 3-4.
Hold.
That's interesting.
Judges and I agree. Blue scored first. Blue point. 5 points. Switch quarters.
Again, very subtle. Del Vecchio right in there up to the face. Lot of control. I didn't I'm sure he actually made contact, but the judges saw it. So 3-3.
Hold. I do believe I saw red come down just a hair faster, so red takes this point.
That
Fighters,
makes it
are you ready?
5-4 with
Fight.
red getting the point. And still Vecchio
Hold.
able to move easily in that custom-made armor. Dragon scale type operation made out of kydex.
Blue scored a hair faster. Blue point.
That
Fighters
goes to
ready.
Vince. So that's 6-4 at this point. Ryan McKenna content to watch his partner work for now.
Hold.
Did James Torres get in there first?
Gonna be the fourth. Red scored just a hair faster. It slid across the arm before blue came down. So I'm going with red point.
Red did get in there. James Torres was there first, 6-5. This makes this match even closer. Minute and a half remain on the clock. So I feel like this one is going to be decided on points, not time. There's blue, 7-5. If Del Vecchio gets tired, he can ask his partner to come in. But if he's continuing to rack up points and he feels good, there's no need. Another blue point, making it 8-5, widening the lead a little bit. Here comes Ryan McKenna. All cuts made there. Red team, James Torres, so it's 8-6. Remains pretty close. That seemed pretty clear. Yep. McKenna was in there, so it's 9-6. It's match point for the blue team. Unless judges disagree about what they saw.
It was very close to the throat, but it hit the chin when it made contact. So simultaneous switch.
Simultaneous switch of fighters, which brings Vince Del Vecchio back to face Mark Linus. Again, 9-6. It's match point for the blue team. On the left side of your screen is blue.
I agree with the judges. Blue managed to make contact first. Blue takes this match.
That is 10 points. Blue team. The blue team of Vince Del Vecchio and Ryan McKenna takes this match over Mark Rhinus and James Torres. We have one more match in this round. Seth Clendenning and Alec Martinez are going to be coming back to face Ryan Legault and Clint O'Brien. Those are the last, that's the combination, the last combination, the last fighters that Clendenning and Martinez have not faced are Legault and O'Brien. And the same is true the other way. Legault and O'Brien have not yet fought Clendenning and Martinez. So, with this fight, we will be rounding out this pool. I think there's going to be a brief pause while the various judges talk about the results of their pools, figure out moving on, and there will be the beginning section of the what amounts to a bracket. We're going to do some head-to-head with these tag teams until we get it down to 4 of them. So the finals tomorrow will be for the tag team championship and for the 3rd place match for tag team. We're going as far as the semifinals today. Yep. Okay, Seth and Alec are going to be the blue team. He's literally right behind you there, Chris.
McKenna, we need your armband.
Right on. We're making it work. So Team Blue is Martinez and Clendenning. Team Red is Legault and O'Brien. They're ready to go. Yeah, not as good a view, I think. I mean, right now it's fine. You get a near-far kind of thing. This way it's a little easier to read as it's left to right. All right, Clint O'Brien getting his mask in place. Ryan Legault, same. We're going to decide who fights who after the fighters have a little love fest. Group hug, guys, group hug. Having hugged it out, there is no ill will. It's all sports. Looks like O'Brien is going to start for Team Red. Looks like Martinez is going to start for Team Blue. And here we go. The last match for this pool in tag team before we move on to some tag team eliminations. Oh, I should say, no, there's a 5:30 group of pools as well. Sorry, we're closing out the 4:30 group. What happened with tag team is we had 16 different tag teams, which necessitated a block from 4:30 to 5:30, and then from 5:30 to 6:30. Double elimination pools will be happening, but that's in a hot minute here. Alec Martinez under to hit the wrist of the sword arm. 0-1. Yeah, that was a classic move. You can see with the elbow up and the hand on the hip that Dr. Martinez has a very classical style. He's studied the historical angle of this. He's very much working to update it and make it applicable to the nuances of our sport. But look at the footwork. Look at these guys just trying to figure out where's the other person capable of going. Simultaneous switch out. That brings in Seth Clendenning for Team Blue, and that brings in Ryan Legault for Team Red. Blue point, making it 0-2. Hoping to change that. There we go. Red. So 1-2. Ryan Legault wants to build on that momentum. Seth Clendenning doesn't want to let him. There it is, 2-2.
seconds.
30 seconds on the clock. There's a question on the chat. What are the records for each team? I do not have that in front of me for wins and losses. I'm just trying to focus on one thing at a time. But it's a good question, and that is the information that's going to be taken into account to try to establish who's moving on from each pool. So valid question, yeah. The teams with the best win-loss records advance. Brilliant is the word. Yeah, 3-3. No. If anything, I need to take a bathroom break, but I got a minute. It's okay. Thanks. Wow. High versus low. That was a high risk, high reward kind of situation there for Ryan Legault. If he did make contact first, and he did. Time expired, so by a score of 4-3, the red team of Ryan Legault and Clint O'Brien is victorious over the blue team, Seth Clendenning and Alec Martinez. That was epic. There was a lot going on there. There is a 5:30 group that's about to kick off. I think we need a short break to decide on some stuff, maybe reset some stuff.
All right, round two. Will the following teams make?
right, my friends, I'm going to step away from the mic for just a couple of minutes. Nature calls, but I will be back. Ring 2. All right. Deuce, do you mind rocking the mic for a minute? Hang on for a minute. Walk stuff. All right, keep. It's a short walk. Our teams here, batch, Alan Block and Tom Demartino against Lauren Madden and Jay Madden. The other fighters in this group are Charlie Cummings and Jimmy Sorrell, James Rumba, and Christian Kaanapu. So this is going to be kind of amazing. A lot of good teams here. And once again, there are going to be 6 matches total, so each team has a chance to fight each other team. You're what? Ooh, what? All right. We'll give this a second. Dale Snyderhan is going to come on back and represent for the media squad. And that'll put us in a good spot. I'm seeing the Maddens. Left side of your screen, Madden and Lauren Madden have really done it up for tag team. They've got a concept, my friend. They have the same masks that they had in singles. Alan Block, Tom Demartino. Tom Demartino, who famously does not have Venom, does not have Spawn. That is Grendel on his mask.
I'll take it for a while. I totally ditched you. My apologies.
Yeah, right, man. I just made sure you weren't like falling asleep or in a ditch or at a slot machine someplace. I've announced who the fighters are. We got
Tom Demartino.
and Alan Block in red, and then in blue we got the Maddens. Jay Madden and Lauren Madden. Yeah, they're over here.
Is that what we were on?
That's who we're on.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so this is for you, if you like. Where they're about to stand. I'm just going to take a few minutes.
Yeah. I'll stay on.
No worries.
All right. I am just going to go ahead and switch it over really quickly to the. That is
Not the one.
We're going to stay there.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have that.
Yeah. Some.
We have lost. My apologies on that. We have lost some of the rings. So we're going to go ahead and wait until the ring 1 is done. Ring 2 should be starting shortly. Wait, are they only fighting on ring 1 right now?
Ready. Block and Demartino.
Okay.
On deck.
All right. So we are going to the new pools. The Maddens
Kaanapu
versus
and
Tom
Sorrell.
Demartino and Alan Block. We should all know Alan Block as the definitive LeBron James of saber fighting, I will never let him live that one down. There will not go a time not announcing where I don't remind everybody that Alan Block is the LeBron James of saber fighting. I just know him as a really nice guy. So we're gonna see what they're doing. He is in his, he's got his pink saber out as he usually does. And we have, I think that's Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, but they've switched it where Maddens, the wife is Peter Pan and he is Tinkerbell. We got some great pictures from earlier. Ruth Marie is actually not announcing, but we can all hear her.
Because I had my line judges and then more came over. I got 8 judges now. All right. We got 1 judge, 1 judge,
This should be fun.
1 judge.
Once it gets started. We had Deadpool and Spider-Man in the other one, but we were unable to see that, which was Jared Graham and Christopher. Wish we would have been able to see that one a little bit better. My job is just to continue talking about things as we wait for this to all start. It should be happening soon. They're just trying to figure out who's going to be doing the side judging, who's going to be in charge of what area. And once they have done that, we'll go ahead and get started. This one should be a good one. I have fought Tom Demartino many times. He's gone back and forth from being a two-handed fighter to a one-handed fighter to being a two-handed fighter to being a one-handed fighter multiple times. Two-handed fighting. Also be in the Unity tournament on Sunday, so you should stay tuned for that, for high action. We've hugged in the middle, which means tag team is ready to start. We must hug first. Hugging has become such a part of TSL that our lanyards are actually color-coded for whether or not you can be hugged with the pandemic and all that. All right, we're going to get the action started right here.
All right.
Judges are ready. Looks like they're going to start out with Alan Block. Uh-oh, there has been some acting in the middle. I'm not sure we allow that. Alan setting her up. Setting up on her, getting in. She blocks. Alan going low. This is how he beat me last year. He ended up going low for the third versus fourth place. And I could not react well enough to that. And he looks like he was able to get the point using the same tactics he beat me with last year. Darn it, Alan. Pitching. As you can see here, signature style for Demartino is to go one-handed, two-handed, one-handed, two-handed. It is very, very, very frustrating to fight him. So I just poke him in the head and hope I get the point.
Good honor. That is. Good point.
So far, we have not seen a tag on the Maddens team. She blocks.
All judges agree. Blue point.
And gets a point. Now it's 2-2. Looks like they are calling point. Red gets the point. Another tap out and Alan Block is back in. Oh, we get a first switch for the Maddens. Oh. Blue gets the point. It is back to 3-3. Alan Block coming up on guarding his leg now. No one wants to get hit in the leg twice in a row. It's a horrible feeling. Takes the point. 4-3. They lead again for a second time. Oh, Tom Demartino is in. The frustrating one. Oh, it looks like Blue came in underneath on Tom Demartino when he was switching to two-handed from one-handed. That's one thing that you will learn is if we're making these sorts of switches, you want to step out of measure. If you do not step out of measure, you are not guarded, you're not ready, and it is much easier to take a point. Ah, Peter Pan is back versus the great Alan Block. Oh, Alan goes for the leg. Says, if you're going to hit my leg, I'll probably hit yours too.
Now,
30 seconds left on the clock. Alan Block, it's now 5-4. Looks like Duke Fred tied up again. We are at 5-5. They have tied up the match. It's really up to Alan here to get the points in. Does look like he gets the point, takes the lead again, if that's what he calls. Yes, Red gets a point, 6-5. Coming down to 10 seconds left in the match. They're really going to have to get in. Well, I guess you have till final exchange. Uh-oh. They're pushing our judge out of the ring. Alan does maybe get the head. Yeah, it did look like Alan did come in with a thrust. Red gets the point, 7-5. They're now up by 2 points. Final exchange. Time's up. They didn't do it right. Time went up after it. Time went up after the point.
After the point?
Yeah. So it was still, there would have been final exchange.
That one would have been final exchange.
They just didn't. It was just a call. The time went up after the point. Because I was looking over. So you called it, and then the time went up. So there would have been a final exchange at least. But I get what you're saying.
I just happened to look over and I was like, whoa, wait, what happened here?
No, it's okay. We are all trying hard. So on that one, are they?
This next fight.
So this is. I am so bad at saying his name.
Jameis Brombaugh.
Yes, and the other
Christian Ka'anapu.
You're so much better at that.
I've had practice.
You have.
And they'll be facing off against the Gentleman Jedi, Charlie Cummings and Jimmy Sorrell.
Oh, this will be a good.
This is gonna be a great fight.
And you know, I was having lunch with Charlie and Jimmy, and Jimmy is so excited to finally be here. I don't think he understood how cool it is that we get to go around and see these people throughout the year, but now everyone's together
At the same time, yes.
And it sort of took Charlie getting him, you know, on that ledge to come out here. So the fact that they're fighting together is awesome.
Oh yeah, this angle's good. We got a foreground background kind of thing. If they're using those corners, maybe the other view would allow it more left to right kind of thing. 8. Let's see what that would be the thing.
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
Things had changed. I took a little bit of break, and I came back, and things had changed.
Oh,
so
David had moved. Yeah, exactly.
there was a move.
There was because ring 3 is no longer being used.
Yeah.
Well, Dale, I'm going to leave you in the driver's seat. I'm still here. I'm available.
They think they trust me enough to make these calls. But here's Charlie coming in. Oh, the charging turtle comes in from the side. Charlie may look like he's not in your range often, but when he charges, he's really good at getting you out and then getting it. Oh, see, Charlie coming
that
in
range,
again.
yeah, the problem is it closes very quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
I was finally fighting Charlie in Minneapolis for Armageddon and just beforehand, and it's amazing how quickly he can get in. Oh, Charlie, he got batted aside that time, and Charlie got the point against his arm, it looked like. That's why you can tag out on tag team. It's in the name.
Yeah.
Oh, misses Charlie from underneath, but comes to the side. It did look like he came in beforehand.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because after he missed, he came in from underneath to Charlie's side. Charlie charged in. Oh, but I think he did get hands. I will say, sometimes you dive for the point.
Yeah.
Or dive. Charlie did get the point, though. Jimmy, always fun to watch. Gumby, as I believe he was called.
Yes.
Over the top. Hit him in the side of his head and said, Jimmy's here not to play, but to win.
I've got stuff to
Yeah, let's add it.
stuff
Let's
to read
see.
about these guys.
No,
I'm not ready yet.
Oh,
I
he
just
wasn't
gotta-
ready.
I gotta find it.
Do not, the horns
saying.
were too soon. Premature horns.
No worries. I just mean that these fighters did a great job of
Yeah.
giving me.
Oh, I thought you said you had something to read. We will get
I
by
will have.
by Saturday night. We'll be we will have each other like down pat.
Yeah, right?
5-2 blue though.
So Christian Kaanapu, who's on the right side of your screen, is from New Mexico. Yeah, he didn't have a lot to add about special stuff, but he helped me very much on how to pronounce the name.
That is all we need.
It's so true.
If I can pronounce a name, then I can make up a backstory. Red gets a point, brings it to 6-3. I've got her.
Let's find Jimmy here, too. Charlie's in here.
Oh, nice shot, Jimmy. Nice shot, baby.
So we have two judges calling for blue, one calling for red, and one saying they didn't see anything.
Yeah.
And what's nice about that is side judges is, and it's not used often, but if you don't see anything, it is not, don't just follow the other judges. Like, I like that. When I'm side judging, I'll say, I didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be responsible for that call.
Well, exactly. So Jimmy Sorrell hails from South Dakota. He's been with TSL for about 4 years, I think. Prior to that, no sword martial arts experience at all. Pretty impressive considering he got the belt at one point.
He was champion.
He was. Never been to Vegas before this trip. Been around as a while for a competitive fighter. The cool thing about Reverend Gumby is he is an ordained pastor.
Wow.
Yeah. Simultaneous. He's sending Charlie in. I can read about Charlie in a minute, but to finish on Jimmy, ordained pastor. He has a family that he loves.
Aww.
And there's one more piece of information I'm going to hold back for now until he's fighting.
Oh, good.
And it may be changing anyway. 7-3. Charlie Cummings, 7 years in TSL, a lot of experience with EI Jitsu and Olympic-style fencing, and he kind of encompasses the whole TSL thing. Look at that.
Charlie is just done playing.
Ah,
It's now 7-3, by the way.
yeah. It remains
Blue.
remains 7-3 for the Blues.
Oh, you did say it.
Yep. But because of the simultaneous. So yeah, Jimmy had written on his form that this may be his last TSL appearance.
Really?
I thought that was surprising. I mean, I know he's busy. And if you're going to go out on a high note. But at the same time, I'm hoping what you were saying about, having him here at the national thing, it might maybe make it a little harder to leave.
Hopefully.
And besides, he's never going to be truly gone. He's always welcome back.
I know he did take a break.
Oh, a lot of us have at different
And
times. Yeah,
Armageddon was the first time we had seen him again. I was really excited to see him
that
when I
was
was
fun.
there.
That was fun.
And I was really surprised to see him here as well.
All right, let's go, Jimmy, baby. Let's go. 2 points, baby. 2
Oh,
points.
the camera just kind of like did a little stutter there. I don't love that.
I've seen it always.
Oh, did Christian get there first? Yeah, he kind of did.
No, I'm with you.
That's kind of fun, a pastor fighting a Christian.
It's caused issues.
There we go.
Very nice.
It's hard to hear you.
We are at 8-5 for the blue team.
Yeah, Red is coming back. So
Good hit. That makes it 9-5. All right. Honor point as well.
Okay, you say ring out first.
Does look like he did step out of the ring while Jimmy was chasing him around. Good old Gumby. This could be all over. Dude, just runs back and shaves the other person's elbow just right off.
There it is.
Right off.
That match goes to blue.
That was a great match.
That's great stuff. Now the Gentlemen Jedi are going to remain for the next match. Cummings and Sorrell are going to take on Alan Block and Tom Demartino. Charlie mentions that he's fighting for his wonderful spouse Rena and his amazing daughters Althea and Margot. So shout out to the family back at home. Yeah, I'm not loving the way this monitor just decides to flicker for a minute. It doesn't seem to be affecting the stream, so we're all right. Let's we'll keep you here for a minute while we're getting ready. The lack of cameras on ring one is especially frustrating.
I've never in my life have I had somebody.
I couldn't hear him.
No, you sound like you're like,
But why would you say oh?
So yeah, I don't know. Let's see what. Oh, are they ready? They don't seem to be ready.
No, they're not.
Well, if they're not ready, let's talk to the people for a second. We can talk to them from here too. Red team looks pretty ready. And blue team's
right.
Yeah, they're okay.
The other ones.
They're just hiding in that corner. Oh, we'll always let you know if you're blocking the camera, but you're not.
I don't like it.
Right?
There should be no hugging in
It's
combat.
too friendly, right?
I don't like it.
Gotta change with the times, old man. Our red fighters. Alan Block and Tom Demartino. Martino going in first. Jimmy Sorrell in for the blue team with Charlie Cummings. This is the third of a total of 6 matches in this round.
Oh,
Good honor point. Demartino gets the shoulder. How we liking the angle? Is this working
this
for
is
us?
the best angle.
This angle is fun.
Unless they do that.
Right, exactly.
Why would they do that right when I said
I mean,
that?
I don't know. You can see it a little better with a little height.
Like, this is the best angle, and they proved me wrong instantly.
Exactly. We do have a couple of choices. Is this... Okay, that would be an option as well.
I think this is a good angle for right now.
This is working for now.
They're both tall.
We got a place to go.
Jimmy
Look at
comes
that.
up over the top. Does look like he catches it.
Just... That is such a cool strike because it looks like... It looks easy, right? It looks like the other guy's just standing there waiting to get hit.
Yes.
And sometimes that's how it feels. I was like, I thought I was doing something, but then I'm getting hit. So what was that about? And it has to do with, I don't know, I read something about how speed is an illusion, right?
Yes.
Speed is just what happens when you get where you're going before the other person can react.
And it looked like this thing. Allen took the shot, or got the shot to the head off first.
All right. So it's 2-2. We're tied up. That'll be a question. So 3-2.
Yeah, it brings it back. Red is up. Charlie's
Good
going to have
job.
to figure this out, how to get into him without getting hit, because he doesn't charge, and Allen does do
I think
really
we're
nice.
gonna do this. I think there is a judge standing there, but you can get the. Oh, then they move again on me.
Right. Oh, looks like for blue on that.
So 3-3.
Charlie batted him away and hit him to the back shoulder. You don't see to the back often. That is why this year we did add some back protection,
Yeah.
especially for that spine.
Back of the head was already a thing, but the spine and middle of the back.
Yeah, a lot of twirling at times, or if some of the people do things like that, we want to make sure that everything is protected if they're starting to show it.
Right. So what do you think is going through their heads? Charlie and Allen facing off yet again.
I think they just know each other by this point.
Right. I think at one point they had fought for championship or for second.
For first and second.
Yeah. I think that's happened more than once.
I know it was definitely TSL 3.
Yeah, I'd say 3 or 4.
Well, 3 was the first one in Vegas, right?
Yes.
So it would have been that one.
Okay. So 2018.
That was when we were on the other side.
Right.
Remember?
So much walking. The irony is the elevators that I use for my room now, I would have much less walking. Nothing wrong with getting 15,000 steps a day.
Jimmy, I don't know. Don't give it to him, Jimmy, because that came in very Simo. Yes, very much Simo. Sometimes it is not like you think as a fighter, oh, they hit me first.
Right.
Right? But that's what you see when I look at it, it was very Simo.
Right.
And so you can't go, no, give it to him. Because
Right.
I know it's the right thing to do, but sometimes as a fighter, you're so in the moment that you think something happened when it didn't.
Exactly. And honestly, the perspective you have as a fighter is so limited.
Yes.
You're like not the person
I
to make
can
that
look
call.
here on 2 screens,
Oh.
and I can look out in front of me. So
I mean, it depends on your definition. I would say that stretches it, but it's pretty simple. But Allen
red,
was,
5-4.
yeah, he was there first.
yeah, on
So
that one,
making
yeah.
it on that one, yeah. So we got 4-5. The monitor flickers every now and then. It freaks
Yeah,
me
I saw
out.
that.
But apparently we're fine. We're on the stream. So we got Jimmy Sorrell on the left, Tom Demartino on the right.
Right, Jimmy coming in.
So
These are 2 former champions fighting right here in tag team. 2 former champions finally meeting in the ring.
There we go. Has that not been a thing?
Oh, Jimmy does seem to catch Allen on the side.
Nice job.
Bringing it to 6-5. Blue is up, so Jimmy and Charlie are now up.
See if this angle works again. That's time. Fun exchange. And
What is it? No, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no, no,
Ruth.
no, 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 no.
We put that in, you saw that
That's a
after
tie.
we added the point. That was the tie.
It was 5-6, and now it is
You
6-6.
said it and she added it.
Yeah, it was like,
Don't worry, she just doesn't want to admit she was wrong on that one. Sorry, I'll be honest.
With sudden death being called, I don't think they can change fighters. Is that right? Oh, that's a dramatic angle. Look at that. There we go. It happened so fast, though. A simultaneous. You can't end sudden death. No. There was a whole talk about it in Ring 1. If you simul and sudden death, the question is, do you switch? It would be automatic switch at any other time.
Oh,
So with time having been called, beyond time being called, you have to. No, I don't think they can. This is what the clarification is just gonna have to be. All right. So on the right side of your screen, you can see ring director Ruth Marie Hodges talking with tournament director Melody Graham. Just clarifying. It's a finer point of the rules. The deal is, in an ordinary situation when final exchange has been called because time has run out, a simultaneous is not sufficient to determine the points. If you're tied when time runs out, you're not going to change fighters because of that simultaneous like you normally would in a tag team match because you're going into sudden death.
yeah.
The question here is after you're in sudden death because the clock ran out, the point was scored, and they got to that 6-6 point. Now we're in sudden death. The question is, does a simultaneous at this point, does that trigger an exchange of fighters? Do you switch off? Okay. Probably just needs to be recharged. And I guess it's a question of, what's fair, what's in keeping with the spirit of the rules.
They just want to make sure that later on that there's no change. That they go, well, it shouldn't have been changed.
Exactly.
And,
You don't want anything later,
Yes.
the discussion about it being about how it might have affected the outcome.
that is the last thing you would want.
Yeah. And you don't want it to be a
Because I
rule that
remember
could be exploited
One
either.
year there was even in tag team actually there was one year where we thought that there was even potentially the blade had been changed on one of the sabers to a more lighter blade,
Oh, interesting.
and they had won the tournament with lighter blades, which
Oh, I
would have made
remember.
them faster. No,
In
it
theory.
was all handled, and
Yeah.
they ended up having and that is all theory, right?
Right,
Like you
well,
were saying,
exactly,
it's
yeah.
all theory. Well, maybe it is faster, maybe it isn't.
Right.
But in the end, they ended up having to have a rematch in a dark watch.
Yes, I remember. Right. So, yeah, quite a discussion going on. We've got a bunch of big brains.
So I think that they are just trying to figure out what it means.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of the tag team life?
Well, right. And what would happen if in principle, if it became a thing you could exploit, if you
Right.
could go for the simul in order to make something happen one way or the other,
Exactly.
then you want to protect against that. And that's the discussion.
Because, maybe they should both get in the ring.
It sounds like they've got something that's fair.
They figured it out. Maybe they've never thought about that rule
Yeah,
before.
it's possible. I think that makes the most sense.
I do too.
So now we
With
have
my big brain thinking, I think that is
Charlie
the-
versus Allen. Charlie Allen again. And this is just the 3rd out of 6 matches. This is going to be amazing. We're going long, my friends. It's only it's only 6:10.
Yeah, me and Mark actually have to make a drive tonight to go pick up the belts that he forgot to bring, though. That's a 2-hour drive both ways.
We may not wrap this up by 6:30 is all I'm saying.
Well, I think me and Mark are leaving when he's done.
Red takes it. All right. So that match goes to Demartino
Yeah.
and Block. All right. So where are we at? What's queued? Let's go to that. That looks better right now. Okay. Match 4 is going to be Jay and Lauren Madden against James Brumba and Christian Kaanapu. Lauren Madden, Peter Pan has a little strut coming in. She's ready to have a little fun.
Yeah.
Jay Madden, the juxtaposition between Dr. Doom's face and hood and Tinkerbell's body, it is sublime. It is like, yeah. I'm too scared to laugh.
It is everything.
Mm-hmm. And I'm too confused to be worried about it.
Exactly.
Note to self for tomorrow, I got to bring my charger cables with me
Yes.
and not leave them in the hotel room. Feels like a rookie mistake.
I like how some of the costumes for the tag teams are similar, like we had earlier, Deadpool and Spider-Man.
Yep.
And Tinkerbell and
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Yeah.
And then you have the something anime. Is all I'm gonna go with.
Oh,
the other
yeah,
one.
that's been explained to me one time.
I'm not ready for that yet.
No, I didn't remember is the problem.
But then we have Pennywise and Assassin's Creed over here.
That's amazing. Yeah,
I wish we could show that off.
we got to figure out what's up with our many cameras.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a question of more batteries or something else going on.
Well, we are missing one of the key elements, Joseph Pavlenko, who does a lot of this
Yeah.
work, and David is taking a lot of this on his back. So
And he's
we
done
have to
great.
thank David for everything
Absolutely.
that he's able to do.
Man, curse Pavlenko's name.
For having a child.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a good excuse. No, not at
No
all.
more hugging. It's weird.
Actually, no, we're very happy for Joseph. And
Yes.
we can't wait to see him again. We hope it works out. The family's very important.
It is. I have 3 boys, so I understand.
I've got one
Oh,
amazing
we had a
girl.
little hop in.
I love he's got bells, man. Tinker Doom has bells.
Yes. Looks like Blue gets in.
Yep. James Brumbaugh points to be like, yep, you got that. How's our angle?
Oh, that is a good shot.
In this case, I mean, it changed so fast.
Oh, he runs.
Gonna try
Oh,
switching.
that
That's a
good.
good, yeah. There's some honor.
2-1. Blue is up. So Tinkerbell has so far been beating the animes.
Yep.
I know that's not what it should be. But, we do have Simo first match.
There's
2-1
a
still.
tag. So Lauren faces off against Jameis. Oh, that was a pretty good transition. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Went to high go. They're staying out of measure. Just trying to poke in measure. Just Peter Pan is doing some magical stuff there.
I want to be the next.
Oh, we do get a little.
I heard a little brush.
Flip.
All right. Two fighters, two judges agree. That was red strike back to hand.
Brushed the cuff of her,
2-2.
of her glove, I think. Oh, the fake out. That was good. Just tapping the blade up high,
Red.
causing Lauren to have to guard and be ready for something, and then Jameis just went for the knee instead.
And red takes the lead for the first time in this match.
So 2-3.
At the initial exchange, did not have a point. Blue with good control, and a clean legal blow in the back. Blue point.
I'm enjoying the switching thing a little too much. But it is. It's
Oh, it does look like the animes come in underneath her. I don't know what else to call that.
I know.
They're all over this. What is it?
I gotta look at the chat just to see
The animes?
the animes. It's
1 minute.
this was a little bit ago.
No, is that all? 2 red. Tinkerbell tries to come in from underneath. Deliberation. Deliberation.
If that's an All Might thing,
Deliberation.
I don't recognize it. I'm not as good a Hero Academia fan as I thought I was. 'Cause, yeah, the
Look at them.
yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
imagine
yeah.
a day when you'll be deliberating about the animes versus
No, that was yeah.
Tinkerbells.
We're talking about Christian's mask, Christian Katanapo. He's in the lower right of your screen, and he's got
Don't know what it is.
it's symmetrical. It's simple.
It might not even be anime.
Oh, true,
I'm
but
just guessing.
it's got the look of some kind of like fire spirit or some stuff. We don't have our camera pointing right at him, but he'll be circling around momentarily, no doubt.
Yeah, I could be completely wrong.
No,
It wouldn't be the
reminds me of something, but it's it's black and red
Yeah.
on a white background.
Look at him step right outside. Oh! Gets the mask as he's falling.
Wow.
We got to write that down. Black Book. That was a good one.
I got 6:17 p.m. for that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So,
gonna rewrite that.
all right. So we're standing at 6
17.
points for Team Red on the left side of your screen. Yeah, take a look at that mask. This is the question. It's been explained to me, but I forgot. All right. We got a pretty good view here.
That was awesome. That was written down.
And yes, Tinker Doom is ringing. There's bells on his belt. Yeah, exactly. Mark Brandis is All Might. 100%. That I know. I am here.
You thought you were ready, but we are switching. I think he released. I wouldn't have given that point. It did look like he
Honestly,
released
not sure.
from blue. I've always said it's difficult to judge this stuff.
Oh, very.
Yep.
In a way, it's even worse with, or more difficult with tag team.
Yeah. Because you kind of get used to a movement style.
Right. You get a sense of how people are lining stuff up, and it works or it doesn't.
Oh, blue gets the point.
Bringing
And
it
now
to
tied up.
6-6.
15 seconds
Oh,
left.
Jay's frightened.
Oh, that would have been hard. He should have kept going in.
They were talking about it. They were figuring out if they were going to switch.
Okay.
Final exchange, 6-6. Somebody's going to get a point.
Yep. No overtime for this one. Well, I
Yeah,
guess
right.
This is overtime.
Oh, boy.
It does look like Christian got in. Well, that is yes, that
Maybe.
is Christian.
Yes.
It might have been, but oh, got it.
Red points 7-6. Team Red.
Bad match.
Not a bad match at all. Good stuff. So next up, the James Brumbaugh and Christian Ka'anapu team is going to stay out there after a 1-minute water break. And they'll be facing off against Alan Block and Tom Demartino.
Yes, they will. Who are currently undefeated, right?
You know what? I haven't been keeping track.
Yes.
In previous years with simpler setups, I had little hash marks on a notebook page in front of me. And I think that's what we're missing out this year is the low-tech stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But literally just writing out the names of the fighters, who's red, who's blue, and then a little check mark by the winner. That's being done like elsewhere on the scoring table. But as a result, that's going to go. We'll have a little. We'll do a debrief. Yeah, we'll talk about what worked this year and what was awesome this year, and we'll talk about what needs to be slightly more awesome next year. Yeah, it'll be good. This is very cool, though. I mean, we're making the stream work in ways it couldn't work. I mean, right now with a broken stream that's missing an entire ring.
We could use about 10 more people working with us.
We could, to be fair. But even with an entire ring kind of blacked out right now, we're still able to present this in a way that's a little more a little more exciting, a little more in depth for the people at home and watching the stream in the future.
Yep.
Hello in the future. How'd that work out, future us? It's like 113 degrees in Las Vegas today. I'm hoping that's not true in Des Moines when you're listening to this. Looks like we're getting ready. I'm going to switch over to an angle that is less right on. Ready to go. Put that in our pocket. A year is just long enough to forget that Friday gets long, man. Yesterday I was like, oh look, Thursday's the longest day as far as what's on the schedule. It's all gravy from here, but this has happened before. This stuff takes longer. I mean, not by a lot, but after the pools, there's some elimination for tag team as well, so that'll be cool. But yeah, we're totally not taking the group picture at 6:30.
There is eliminations more now?
That's what's on the schedule, yeah. To eliminate down to the point where all that's left is finals for tomorrow. Tag team finals. Yeah, the morning tomorrow starts with Masters 50 and up finals, women's finals, and tag team finals. And then we do more pools to get us ready for standard to turn into a tournament as well. So, Team Blue, Tom DiMartino. Team Red, Christian Ka'anapu.
Oh. Christian runs in.
Every time Maddens gets hit, this glitter flies
I understand. And you just told that to the stream, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is right here, and it picks up everything.
Bye-bye. You may be in charge of the ring. You're not in charge over here.
And we covered how funny the bells were before. You can only watch so much at once. No, Ruth Marie. Hey, Hodges, you're welcome to come and sit with us and talk, though.
I was totally joking.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I was really rude.
No. Hey, Ruthie, come on over. You are welcome to sit and chat with the live stream.
I would love for you to take my spot. Explain the nuances of doing this tag team.
And why did a pastor just call you garbage?
Oh, so
See, there's
we were joking around in the other ring, and I said I only want to see clear shots.
yeah.
And Jimmy goes, no, we're giving you nothing but garbage. We've been doing that ever since. And I'm dying. So we were switching out of that ring. And then over here, Lewis and I are switching. Just to make sure there's never any conflict. States. You know, he's
Yeah.
from Minnesota, and
Right.
never want there to be an issue. And every time Jay Maddens gets hit, because him and his wife
Yes.
Peter Pan are talking about
Yeah.
glitter flies, and I just cannot
I hear
stop
the
laughing.
I hear the bells. I haven't seen the glitter
Oh,
from.
the bells are so good. When,
my God, yeah.
when you see the glitter.
Oh man.
So I asked EJ if he wanted to take this last one here because it is
It's
Minnesota
just too
and
much.
Maryland.
Oh yeah.
So we're Lewis in there. Well, I always want to make sure that there's a fair optics. But
Yeah,
it
that's
it's-
nice. I
Tag
mean,
team is absolutely one of my favorites.
Oh.
Like Exotics, it's tough to direct and it's tough to like.
we were talking about that because you can try to get a beat on the fighters when there's only two of them, and it takes a couple of points, but you sort of know what they're doing or what they're trying to do. This is chaos, and it's it is great.
But it's fantastic.
It
I like
really
it for the
is.
spectacle of it. It is absolutely one of my
100%.
favorites because I think we're here for fun.
I think that is very apparent on tag team night especially. I was just commenting that it's funny that 1 year is exactly the amount of time you need to forget. The tag team always drags on and on. Nothing happens on this. I mean, it starts. The 4:30 stuff is mostly.
They're doing all right. We were going till 6:30, and
it's good.
we're winding down.
Well, we got two more matches after this one over here.
No, there's one more after this.
Oh, so there is. So
Yep,
there
there's
is.
one more after this one, and then
Okay.
the ring 2's done. And I believe there's one more. Yep, they're over
Yep.
on the last one in ring 1.
The issue is after that there's some eliminations, right?
That's a very good question. I don't know if eliminations are today.
Yeah, it's on the schedule. And we should move them to 2 if they weren't already. I think they were already going to be in 2, but our cameras in 1 are causing us sadness.
Oh, that's a shame. There's a lot of fun stuff happening.
I know. I'd be really heartbroken if it doesn't get recorded. Like in theory, everything's getting recorded in every ring all the time. So we can find cool stuff to put into a highlight reel later.
My highlight reel's gonna need a swear jar.
Nice.
I'll be able to put one of the kids for college on that sucker.
Fantastic.
Woo!
So,
Right in
the
the
boot
snoot.
to the head, but Tom Demartino was coming in. All right. Red point making it 5-0. Team Red is just announcing their presence with authority over here. Team Blue will need to dial it in. Team Red, Christian Katanapu and Jameis Brumbaugh. Christian is facing off against Alan Block on Team Blue right now. Tom Demartino in the blue corner. This angle is only okay. There we go. That looks okay for now until they move. Nice. So this is what the stream is seeing. Put down that stream. And we got all our choices over there that we can select from. And if we get backed up, we can switch.
Huzzah!
I know. Very
That's
proud.
fantastic.
Very proud.
We see Summer Ring 1 there.
And there is a.
That's a lot of buttons.
It's a few. You ignore most of them. And so as long as we're positioned. Oh wow! All right. Making it 3-7. I'm sorry, 2-7. Let's go here. Oh, yeah. Director Lou. That's a blue point. Now it's 3-7. I was just talking for the future.
You time travel.
A little bit. Ah, didn't mean to press that button yet, but it works.
Good lockup.
So we'll switch out.
Switch!
There we go.
That's so fun.
It is a little bit too fun. All right.
It's hands down my favorite, just for the frivolity of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I saw it and I heard it. Except that's interesting. All right. I wanted to say blue, but that makes it 8-3.
Well, one of the judges agreed with you, but you got out there.
That handsome one over there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very handsome.
Mm-hmm. There's a blue point. That makes it 8-4.
Tom coming in aggressive too.
Yeah, well, I think he has to against Seamus.
Switch.
Oh boy, now we got trouble. No.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I see. I was on that camera. Okay, that's fine. I want to start with this one, and instead, when it's time, switch
Director
to
Lewis
that
bringing in
one.
the judges to confirm.
Yes.
I do this very often.
Yeah.
I want it to be very
You do
clear.
it well. Yep.
I want it to be very clear, and I want, especially when someone has the opposite perspective of you,
Exactly.
where you're standing and they see the same, but your peripherals
Yes, that
have
helps a great
different
deal.
standings.
Yep.
That's especially when I like to bring them all in.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
And
we
you
saw
confirm.
we saw something earlier where there was a conference, and Director Tiffany Hagan had taken everybody's slate, and she's like, you know what? I get it, but I'm saying it was red, and
Yes.
she was right, by the way.
When you have those angles,
Yeah.
sometimes you are physically in it, you are in the middle of it,
Right?
and you do just get the right angle on it.
Yeah. But knowing what other people saw and how it looked to them helps you to figure out, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Better angle. No, we've got 9 points for Team Red, 5 for Team Blue. Time is running out.
Final
Time has
exchange.
run out.
We are on final
We're going to
exchange.
Obi-Ani all day long.
Twirl, twirl, twirl.
That's amazing.
That's fantastic. Yes! This is the spirit of tag team right here.
Mm-hmm. You want Star Wars? We'll give you Star Wars. Whoa, very nice.
Amazing!
Blue point. So 6-9 is our final score with that one. That was wild.
Perfection. EJ is going to take the last one because he's right there. You gotta high five him and say sweet.
There you
Even
go.
as directors, we've been tag teaming the rings.
That
We've
makes-
been coming in and out. We've been high fiving and saying switch too.
Very
We
nice.
have taken the spirit of it
Yep.
full tilt.
That's amazing.
Jimmy,
Good
luck.
stuff.
You're gonna die.
This is going to be great.
This is gonna be fantastic.
This is going to be fun. The Gentleman Jedi versus the Neverland Avengers or whatever. I don't know.
Madden squared.
Yep. All the Madden you can handle and then some. Did the Maddens fill out their form? Let me just check. Let me just check real quick. I thought at least one of them had. Yeah, Jay filled his out. Have I not talked about Jay Madden? I think I have. Jay and Lauren are part of our TSL hospital staff. Jay Madden of Maryland. All right, so this is how he fills out the form. Anything else we should know about you? He says, I love swords. Laser swords are best swords. Mostly, I really love the camaraderie of sword friends.
That's what
There's
we're
some
here
sword
for. I feel
friends
like
right
most
there.
of it.
Laser
really
sword
is.
friends.
You cannot win your match
Sure.
and still have a really good time.
I specialize in that.
Me too.
Yeah, right? Winning, whatever. Winning is for people who care about winning. I have more fun than a lot of people.
I've been told I should probably take it more seriously.
Me.
I have the very unpopular opinion of it's adults with glow bats. So
It's fundamental, you know?
it's fun.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's nerds hitting each other with sticks, true, but it's very talented, highly skilled, highly practiced nerds hitting each other hard with very expensive sticks. And I think, you know, you
But
can.
it's so much fun.
Oh, it is so much fun.
It's so much fun. We have so many things in our lives that we take seriously. We have
Yeah,
work, we have families,
exactly.
we have children.
Well, right.
This is one of those areas of life where it's like, can we just have a whole lot of fun here?
Yeah. I mean, I have the privilege of being able to talk to people who are really good at this, and they know how to be good at this, and they know how to make other people good at it.
Absolutely.
And if I wanted to dedicate, 12 hours every week, if I wanted to practice a little bit every day and practice hard once a week, I'm sure I got people who could teach me to be a really good version of the fighter that I already am, and I could probably win some stuff.
And there's lots of people that do.
And there's lots of people that do, and I respect the heck out of them, but I also respect the approach that says, we're having fun,
We're having a grand old time.
and this is
And
amazing.
somebody's in wins. Good luck with that.
Oh my goodness.
EJ might be regretting that decision to take this one from his
Okay.
match.
I gotta watch for the glitter. The bells, we got the bells.
Yes, they are. Look at
Jimmy had commented in the ring that the bells are very distracting.
That's the gospel.
That's a point for Team Blue, which is Tinker Doom. There we go.
Absolutely spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let those bells fool you. Come out with them.
That makes it 2-4. Ah. Tinker Doom is not happy to have to fight Charlie. Wow.
Amazing.
He charging turtle at Tinker Doom.
And they're two really great fighters.
Yeah. That's 5 points. You're not changing sides of the ring. You're just changing fight. Oh, it's fine. Oh no, that's right. You are changing.
They are
You're
changing
not.
sides. They can switch fighters if they would like, but they are not required to do so.
They don't have to wait for the director to call.
Correct.
Okay, that's cool.
Correct.
Nice to know. Point blue. So it's 5-4. Here comes Peter Warren. That makes it 6-3.
So the other rings are done. This is the last one. This is our last tag team
In the pool, yes.
in this pool.
Yeah, 7-3. I think we got the right angle on where they're going to be. They're very helpfully staying in. Ooh, did she hit him? I heard something. I heard something.
Can't always go with the sounds, though.
What stick do you have in the air there, my friend? There you go. Who's indicating it? All right, so 7-4. There you go.
Good, but the split decision.
Switching up. There we go. Put his skins on the clock. No. That's the most polite taunt ever. Yeah, he said that was good. That's close. Point blue,
Hilarious.
making 5-7.
I know what. The back.
Oh gosh. It's not point red. It is 8-5. Gentlemen Jedi are up.
He's got a split decision.
Right. That's valid. Switch him out. Don't make me a liar, guys.
Final
There you go.
Absolutely.
The Gentleman Jedi, Charlie Cummings and Jimmy Sorrell. Over the Maddens.
We appreciate you coming here.
You.
Thank you, sir.
It's a good time. This is the first year I haven't had a line judge, and I'm kind of liking it.
That's nice to sit down.
It is. Very cool. All right. So, at this point, the schedule says we're going to do some elimination. Yep. Okay. Table judges, scorekeepers, timekeepers. We need judging sheets to the table. Bring 3, please. Got some tabulating that needs to get done. Oh yeah. Because yeah, the schedule says at 6:30, which is to be just 11 minutes ago. No, I'm wrong. The schedule says 5:30 is when single elimination starts out of tag team. Let's be fair. This schedule was written when we had a smaller number of tag teams.
Does the microphone for the big speakers move around? Or is it wired?
It's this wired one.
Okay, no worries.
Yep. So yeah, it took about an extra hour. But if you add one team to a pool that's already got 3 teams in it, then that's 3 more fights. Okay. There's just a little bit of a break. We're waiting to hear how the scores break down. So we know who's going to the elimination brackets. Let me start those elimination brackets.
Are we keeping the one same feed going, or are we starting
That's a great question. I would have to know. I don't know. Based on David.
question?
That's a David question. I was going to call him over, but he's coming up. Oh, he's moving this direction. So yeah, Jason, could you go to him when he's kind of wondering? Oh, David. Oh, nothing happened. It's just a question about, do we start a different feed when we do this tag team elimination action?
No, just put tag team tournament.
Yeah, okay. It's still the tag team tournament. That's fine.
We're not breaking that long.
Nope. And ring 2 is the only one that's got cameras on it, so I'm assuming that's where it's going to be.
Start talking trivia. They moved on. You can interview them.
Heck yeah. No, we had Director Hodges hanging for a while. But it's true. We could do this. What's up? Sportscaster. Didn't see that coming, but sure, why not? Yeah, I want to get you a view of what's going on in the room in general. That's surprisingly not super easy because let's see what we're dealing with. We got people. We got autofocus problems. That's wild. Grant make some announcements. What do we got? We got me is what we got. So yeah, it's a room of activity. It's a room full of people getting their gear situated. Most of the fighting is done for today. What's left is going to be 2 rings worth of elimination fights. There will be 2 matches per ring, if I'm reading this correctly, to determine who goes on. This is semifinal now. So the winners of each of these are going to be, after we finish each pool, we know who's going on to fight in the finals and in the match for third tomorrow. First in Group B, winner of round 1. Second in Group C group, second in Group D. So right on. Let me know when you're ready. In ring 1, Jaewoo and Tony Zaldua versus James Brumbaugh and Christian Kaanapu. Following that fight, Seth Mendez will be
In ring 2, which is the center ring. First in the ring,
that's second. The first is this right here.
I can't see.
Yeah, that's okay. That's Ryan Legal and Clint O'Brien.
In ring 2,
In ring 2 versus Joe Blankenship and Brian Williams. After that fight, Charlie and Jimmy will be fighting. It's not Seth Bean in ring 2.
I was thinking about that, but I wanted to. All right.
Is there more to do? All right. I think we got that organized. Important, yeah, this is not pools, this is single elimination. So there'll be 2 fights in each ring. You're here with me in ring 2. The one with the cameras on it. There's a lot of acknowledgement going on. Team Red is Ryan Legault and Clint O'Brien. Team Blue, Brian Williams, is geared up. And Joe Blankenship, his partner, standing by. Team Blue gets on the board first. Brian Williams of Minnesota. Tough fighter, good guy. Clint O'Brien is trying to keep him confused. Until he's ready to strike. And it looks like that's one. As you can see, as they're sitting there, through the line judges have their red flag in the air. I don't know when that got bumped. That's amazing.
We're still live.
Yeah, still live to the thing.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Apologize to them.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of me talking with no sound at all. It's okay, guys. But yeah, I looked on YouTube and it said thank you for watching, like it was concluded.
No, it's still going.
Yeah, okay.
Or at least, I mean, it's counting up.
Yeah, exactly. And I assumed it was just counting up as in recording for us to
So that camera.
when the stream goes up. It's no worries. So yeah, we're done for today. We got tag team to the point where now we can have a final. Tomorrow, 50 and up Masters finals, women's finals, tag team finals. We do a little more of the pools for standard saber. We get that to the point where we can go to single elimination and work our way toward finals matches in that as well. And then Sunday's Unity tournament. But yeah, tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow's the, the whole deal. So I want to thank everybody. Thank our sponsors, Electrum Sabercrafts. It's falling out of my head. The Armory, Pack Store, Shadowcraft. Yeah, we'll get you. We'll get you tomorrow. Big day, long day. I am going to let you guys go, and thank you very much for watching. Who's up? So we're done. What's up? Okay, and what's funny about that is I spoke too soon. We do have 2 more matches left. Spoke too soon. 2 more matches because we have narrowed it down to our 4 teams, right? But we needed to have some fights here and determine who's fighting for championship and who's fighting for bronze. So we had, yeah. Tournaments, man. It's complicated. I'm losing it. All right. So we'll keep it going. So, let me see. We've got Jiwoo and Tony Zeldua in one corner over here, and then who we fighting, guys? Who's got their armor on? Yeah, this will be the part we watch later, and we're like, yeah, this is where it got a little bit too long of a day for Eric. It's okay. So it looks like Charlie and Jimmy are geared up and ready to get going. How are you doing?
Tired.
Same, yeah.
But
So we got two more fights apparently. Yeah, and then that's how we determine who's. Oh, okay, this is Loudenslager and Carrico against Zaldua and Wu. Yeah, I think this is bonus fights. I think because of the way the scores worked out, there were not a clear path, or I just misunderstood how many matches we were planning. Team Blue is Mark Carrico and David Loudenslager. Team Red, Ji Woo has got the armband on. Tony Zaldua, his partner, is standing by. Queued up is going to be this guy. All right. Trusting that sound is working better at this point. So, left side of your screen, red fighter, Jie Wu. Mark Carrico, Team Blue, conserving his energy. Thrust did not get where it was going. Wu's controlling the distance.
Split decision. I agree, it is a simultaneous
Mandatory switch.
Fighters, make ready. Fight! All four line judges agree, red point.
1-1. I'm sorry, no. 1-0. There was no point on the first exchange.
I agree. Blue point. Under the arm.
There we go. Now it's 1-1.
Ready, fight! Hold! There you go. Three line judges simultaneous. Second of the match, man.
Switch him back out.
Switch, mandatory switch. Fighters make ready, fight!
So it's Jay and Mark again.
All four agree, and I do too. Blue to the inside of the arm, hand.
So that's 1-2.
Make ready. Actually, give me some space, gentlemen. Thank you both. I know you do. I like you both too. Fighters make ready, fight! Fight. Hold. Fighters to your corners. Fighters in. Line judges in.
Yeah, and if you could hear ring director.
Very subtle, and I saw what this line judge saw. It was a very subtle cut to the inside of the forearm. Therefore, it is blue point. Thank you, line judge. Fighters make ready.
All right, that makes it 3-1. So you heard Director Darby ask, what did you see? Man.
I'm going to go with split decision, simultaneous, mandatory switch. Fight! Oh! No, you did not. Four line judges agree. This undercut is coming to the underhand arm, blue point. Fighters make
So
ready.
that's 1-4.
Fight!
1 minute.
Hold! Good order. Red point. Fighters make ready. 1 minute. 56 seconds remaining. Fighters make ready. Fight! Hold! Three line judges agree. Red point. Fighters make ready. Fight! Switch.
3-4. Our Carico, Team Blue, 4 points. Jiwoo, Red Team, 3 points. That's about to change.
Oh! Two line judges agree. Red point.
Tied at 4, 4-4.
Fight! 30 seconds. You fight. Hold! All four line judges and I agree. Blue point. Mandatory switch of sides. You do not have to switch fighters if you don't want to. Switch corner.
Hey, one of you forgot that. I don't think I need it.
Table ready. Line judges ready.
So it's 5-4. Team Blue is up by 1. Team Red on the red side of your screen. All right, Tony Z getting a little bit pumped. That,
Oh! Three line judges. Blue point. Fighters make ready.
6-4.
Fight! 10 seconds. Go, go, go. Get your list. Oh! Three line judges agree. Blue point. 5 seconds remaining.
7-4 with 5 seconds.
Fight!
Looks
Three line judges agree. Simultaneous. Mandatory switch.
so. Tony Zaldua is going to finish this up against David Loudenslager.
Three line judges agree. Blue point. Blue. Takes match.
8-4. The Carico Loudenslager Company so the winner of this match, Loudenslager and Carico, will be fighting in tomorrow's finals. Wu and Zaldua will be fighting in the bronze third place match for tag team tomorrow. There we go. So there's one more fight to be had. That'll be our Gentleman Jedi, Charlie Cummings and Jimmy Sorrell. And they will be fighting. Yeah. They will be fighting, it looks like, oh, yeah. Clint O'Brien. And let me make sure I'm saying his name correctly. There we go. Ryan Legault. Ryan Legault, Clint O'Brien. Need to face off. against Jimmy and Charlie, and the winner of this match also will be going to that championship match tomorrow. The loser of this match will be competing tomorrow for bronze, for third place. Yeah, the pools we had before got it narrowed down to 4 teams. And these 2 fights will determine where those 4 teams are fighting tomorrow, what they're fighting for. That's right. So yeah, my dudes, I am tired. Mentally. Physically, I'm all right. The day started with some fighting. That was good. Yeah. It's a long day. Put it on the list for next year. I got to take more breaks. I'm having a good time, though. So I got only myself to blame.
Cummings and Sorrell. The golfer Brian.
All right. A lot of honor. A lot of camaraderie. Right on. Yep. I just remember to be aware of the camera that's here, please. You're fine, yeah. Just don't park in front of it is the only thing. Yeah. I mean, you know.
All right, can I have one fighter compete?
Wow, they started that sword fighter.
We had to check the cup for it. That's going to be a great photo. Oh no, right on him. Slow-mo.
That's the one that's up, yeah. Here we go. So, our red team, Charlie Cummings
Come on, Charlie.
and Jimmy Sorrell. Our red team, Clint O'Brien and his partner, Ryan Langal.
Nice. Beautiful, Charlie.
That's it. 1-0. First blood for Team Red. I saw what Charlie was doing. The question is whether Clint got in there. Charlie did it. All right, so it's 2-1. Wait, the point went to who? All right. Scoreboard's reading 1-1. Oh, Charlie is the red team, that's why. Typically blue. And Clint O'Brien has red in his kit. That threw me off.
Actually, I saw fingers, Suba, illegal target. No point awarded. Fighters make ready.
Keep it going.
Fight!
Keep it at 1-1.
Hold! I agree with Alan. Simultaneous, Matt.
Come on, Jimmy.
Fighters make ready. Fight! Fight!
We'll find out in a second.
All four agree, blue point.
Come on, Jimmy.
Okay. Well, don't take my word for it. I'm just saying I thought it was 2-0 for blue.
Oh, I didn't think because there was one where there was no point.
Right, but before that.
My judge here, red point.
Very good.
Ready!
It's cool. Clint is seeing it, so if it's wrong, he'll let us know. So 4-2 in favor of Team Blue is what we've got here.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Jimmy.
The afterglow looked good.
Simultaneous. Mandatory switch.
There we go. So Charlie comes back in for Team Red. Clint O'Brien needs to come in for Team Blue. It's a mandatory switch.
Table ready. I agree with the three. Red points.
All right.
Fighters make ready. You give red a point?
Yeah, I did.
Fighters make ready. Fight!
Come on, Charlie.
Yeah. I think it's a valid target on the hip. We're about to find out. It's going to be a So I'm told audio went out again. I think it's the wireless microphone has a battery that doesn't like me very much. We're just 6 minutes behind the comments when the audio went away. Okay, so what we've done here with this last two final tag team matches is we have seeded who is fighting tomorrow for tag team championship. That's going to be Clint O'Brien and Ryan Legault versus Mark Carrico and David Loudon-Slager. I believe. Am I reading this correctly? Guys, it's the end of a long day, and I got to tell you, anything involving math or calculations or comparisons or even like memory is not awesome right now. So I'll tell you what. We got it down to. Oh, I'm looking at the batch of things that happened. One step up. So those guys were eliminated. Those guys are fighting. Those guys are not fighting. Okay. That is the end of our day of streaming, though, guys. Thank you so much. Nice comment. Yep, group photo got to happen. So I am going to log off here, guys. All right. Oh. Hey, David? David? Can we shut down the stream?
Yeah, click the screen.
There's a button for it. It literally says end. That's awesome. I'll be clicking it. I want to thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. We start final.